Riverside, motherfucker. Man, what's your problem? You my fucking problem!
Pussy boy, fuck you dead on a corner six. Count guns, count rounds, hella tip, red beat. Dog plain, empty brains, never knew me. Send your mans claiming Aries, claiming Kratos. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Gasoline, make a multi, burn your block. Be the mans in your city, pistol whip, bitch. Puddle blood, crying, Billy. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that over the. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that a river. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that a river. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up.
People slice on the street, you don't even give a fuck. That's bullshit, man. Riverside, motherfucker. Man, what's your problem? You my fucking problem!
Pussy boy, fuck you dead on a corner six. Count guns, count rounds, hella tip, red beat. Dog plain, empty brains, never knew me. Send your mans claiming Aries, claiming Kratos. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Out of crib, knock it down, hustle cars, break it through, I'll see protection, wayside, throw stones, no side. It's a beat, call me bitch about some riverside. Don't fall, don't run, harder than I'm done. Tough online, DM pics off your grid. Fuck suicide, free to die, hate shit, press me, take your life. Stand the ground, no homicide. Drop the spot, pump, them is flags, so the gasoline. Make a multi, burn your block. Be the mans in your city, pistol whip, bitch. Puddle blood, crying, Billy. So can't feel me, got the juice, Q, deuce, asset, city, more body bag. Drop. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that a river. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that a river. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that a river. Dirty gun on the trigger shot, bang that a river. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Homie dead, shut him down, shut him up. Shut him up.
Hey.
What up? What up?
What's good?
That's bullshit, man.
Kinda can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yeah, you sound really clear. Perfect. All right, y'all. This is Voice of an Artist. Washington in the building. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Y'all know how I do. And first and foremost, I want y'all to know that, like I always tell y'all, use your voice. Always make sure you heard. Make sure you understand that your voice is important as an artist or any type of business that you share in this industry. Always make sure that you make yourself important mentally, physically, emotionally. If you're going through something, take a break. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to refresh yourself as an artist or someone who's a bit in the business, entrepreneurs. Just make sure that you always hear your voice, your thoughts, and if you feel like you need help in that matter, I'll be happy to do the resources and provide that for you in your state because I know it's hard to get those type of resources. So don't close that out because we go through a lot of shit as artists, and sometimes it's hard for us to express it. So I want y'all to be mindful and be able to do that as well. Also, if you feel like you're homeless, you need shelter, please seek shelter. Locally in New York City is 311. Check it out. There's plenty of sources to get seek shelter. Don't I want nobody in the streets. Make sure you take care of the kids. If you have kids, nephews, or nieces, please protect them. This world is really crazy. Life is too short. I always promote that mental health and safety of anybody's well being, human, even the haters. Y'all need to make sure y'all good. If not, nobody will. And last but not least, let's introduce my artist that I met long time ago at a showcase. He's really super dope. His style is definitely different. I like that style. Nobody knows that side of me until now. I love heavy metal. I love rock. Introduce yourself.
What's up? It's your boy Thai Zeo coming to y'all from Massachusetts. I live in Brooklyn now, though.
Yeah, Brooklyn,
Yeah,
independent.
Bed-Stuy.
Hey.
uh,
How are you feeling first and foremost?
I've been pretty good. I managed to actually do a lot of stuff at the beginning of 2024, so I'm feeling pretty accomplished. I think it's going to be a good year so far.
You know what? I feel it. I feel that energy, and I totally I really support that because I feel like this year is gonna be a total different energy, total different aura. Last year was last year. We're gonna leave that shit in last year.
Yeah, I feel like last year was everybody kind of getting things together. Then 2024 is the year everything's going to get executed. Like I feel
Yeah,
like it's going to be a good year for artists this year.
exactly, exactly. So, who is Zeo? Like, explain to everybody who you are, how you became who you are, and why.
I would say I'm like the type of art I do is more so on the darker side of things, but it's like not like a negative to the dark because I don't believe in like dark is like inherently bad. It's just like um, I guess more of a different sensation to feel, but it's also like a good sensation. I mix a lot of dark demonic elements with heavy metal, and then like I also deliver it with hip hop too. It's kind of like I guess you could describe it as like new metal music, but with more of like a darker spiritual side to it.
Yeah, which would make sense. I could see that coming for you. Like, what is your creativity like? Your process? Like, how do you sit there and write? And like, do you like wait till you hear the beat?
Oh
Do
yeah.
you?
So what I do is I'm more so I go by the beat and then I kind of like feel the energy of that and then I get the idea of like the story I want to tell that relates best to me on like because I make music based on how I feel. Like I'm sure all artists do. Um, I'm really big into like shadow work, which is like you feel out like the darker hidden sides of yourself. So I guess I express a lot of that with my music.
That's good though. Have you ever found yourself like having writer's block sometimes? Like you stuck?
I hear a lot of artists say they like go through that difficulty, but I feel like I'm the opposite where I have like so many ideas that
Hmm.
I like the only anxiety I get is trying to figure out a way to like get it all together and when and where to execute it. So I'm never like out of ideas. It's just what idea is the most priority at the moment.
Okay, which is, yeah, it's different for everybody. Not everybody has that. Everybody, like for me instance, one time I had it writer's block, and that's because, I had other shit in my head. So
Hmm.
that's understandable. But when it comes to that, I'm the same way. Like when I have ideas, I have to fucking either write it, sing it out somehow, or find something where I could feel like I'm more comfortable in a beat. Sometimes I try to make myself uncomfortable because you have to do that in this industry because they're gonna try you. on
Yeah,
anything.
one thing I can honestly say about anybody who wants to be a like artist pursuing it, it's like get ready to be super uncomfortable in most situations, because it takes a lot of, I guess I could say like shedding your skin to like make it like big in this industry.
Yes, that's a definite. Especially you got to deal with a lot of critiquing and stuff like that. Have
Hmm.
when like what is the best critique that you ever gotten? Like, did you ever take offense to it or
Oh, like
like
the worst thing somebody ever left like in the comments or something.
yeah?
I mean, a lot of it's kind of like repeat stuff. Like I'll hear some people compare me to like 6ix9ine, which I guess isn't inherently bad. They just mean the music. Or people will say I'm like trash, or people will like say go back to school, which is kind of stupid because I went to college, so I can't get any higher of an education. Like I don't know why people assume like musicians and artists don't have a college education. Like I literally have a couple degrees.
You know what it is? It's because it's a lot of stereotyping.
Yeah,
That's
I
what.
mean, I guess like back in the day, it was like you didn't like there were people who were like, "Oh, I dropped out of school to pursue my dreams," and personally, I believe they could have did both. But I mean, I think that was just back in the day, like 80s and 90s. You probably could just get away with dropping out of school and making it in something. But I feel like
Yeah,
nowadays, there's no reason really not to do both.
yeah. It's nobody's ever happy.
You're right, and I mean, it's like I never let like hater comments get to me because it's like number one, they don't know me, and number two, it's like they're never doing better than who they're hating on because it's like if someone's doing great, they're not gonna waste time like on someone they feel is like not as high as them or beneath them. So it's like it's always somebody doing less than you that's hating on you. So it's like I always keep that in mind.
Yeah, the those type of people, I feel like those are the ones that be buying fucking bots and shit and claiming that it's their they got those views automatically.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, most likely. I mean, I've even had this weird situation where I've had people who hated on like my music or will comment on every performance piece or music video I upload, and then I go on their profile and they're following me. So it's like, why are you following me if you don't like me?
yeah, I noticed that too because some people do it to me too. And what I did was I have filterized my comments because one thing I'm not gonna do is don't come in my shit being negative because I don't do that to other people. I really don't
Right.
give a fuck because it just motivates me more, you know.
Yeah. Well,
But it
that's the
is
thing
what
is
it
I feel
is.
like people saying you can't do something should always motivate you to do more.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like, a lot of people go through a lot of emotions. That's what I was speaking of. And I promote a lot of mental health. And I think it's very important as us artists and creators, to express ourselves in any type of way, no matter what we're doing. And, being that we do that, it's like, some people deal with it differently.
Hmm.
Some people have their ways of going about it. Like when it comes to that, like emotionally and mentally, like how is it for you as a musician?
I feel like a lot of my creativity comes from like mostly anger. Like find that easier to write about. I used to have like anger issues growing up. So it's like for me that's more of a creative space for me. Like I found a better way to express it through like heavy metal and aggressive music. I think some people write better when they're like sad, or some people write better when they're happy. I think anger is more so my creative register.
Which is understandable. It's good to really study your emotions and actually put it on paper, even if it's not
Hmm.
even fucking doing music, just write.
Yeah,
And
like I think it's like definitely every artist has their emotional register that is their creative space. Like some people can channel it into a couple different ones, and then some it's really just their strongest with one.
yeah, and the more you write, the more you continue to you pursue this dream, you grow more as an artist too, because that's how I started too. I wasn't Miss Oh, I got it like that when I started. So people be thinking that, oh, you're supposed to be, and it's not even like that. I fucking worked my ass off from beginning to now to get the title that I am now, and it wasn't easy. I had people come at me crazy. Did I pay no mind? I really didn't. It actually just pushed me harder, and emotionally I was already being dealing with a lot of emotions during that time. So I was already trying to find myself, trying to find my sound. And people forget that. You know, finding your sound is really important as an artist, or even
Mhm.
as someone who's doing any type of business. You gotta find that lift. You know, that
Yeah, like
inspires
that
you.
pocket that you fit in. Because I think every artist in the beginning starts out like experimenting with different pockets, and then they find the one that like just clicks the best with them, and that's their career.
Yes, that's a definite. Okay, when it comes to your creative process, have you ever like collab with anybody in the time being that you've been doing music?
Yeah, I've collabed with a few different artists. I collabed with one artist in Chicago, J15. We have a couple songs. He does aggressive like drum music like I do. Um, I've collabed with my old audio engineer Eddie Saturn. Trying to think. Oh yeah, I collabed with my friend Cade up in Harlem. Um, I've done like quite a few collabs. Those are just a few of the ones I can think of off rip. But I'm always like open to like doing collabs with people. I get people that hit me up on Instagram all the time wanting to work, and I just say send me something. I don't charge for features, so like I just give them my emails so they can send me something whenever. I'm like eventually working on doing an entire album that's all features.
Oh, exciting! Like a mixtape type of thing.
Yeah, because I recently dropped an EP and a full length album last month. So I'm looking like into other creative ideas. Like I want to do one where it's an album of collabs, another album of like say like Memphis horrorcore, like funk is what they call it now, but it's that's
Yeah.
basically what it is a Memphis horrorcore sound. I want to do another one where it's like um, more onto like darker sensations, like
Mm.
for like my third album, because the first two were more so about like aggressive and heavy metal. I'm trying to look more for like a grungier sound, maybe my third album.
Okay, that's interesting. And when you say collabing, like how do they go about it? You guys meet up, or you do like garage band type
Oh,
things?
so some of the people I've done collabs with I've never actually met in person, especially if
Okay.
they live like in another state. Most of the time, it's just I'll send them an open verse. They go to their studio, rap on it, mix it, and then send it back to me, and then I upload it.
Okay, yeah, you know what? It's like I asked her because I did that for the first time, like I think it was like 3 weeks ago when one of my friends for the first time. I can't wait to see the outcome of it. I never dealt with like fan lab and stuff like that, and did stuff like that with artists. I usually just like, hey, this is the time in the studio, blah blah blah, and I'll just go with them in the studio, whatever. To do it like that, it was just like total different for me because I'm like I'm on the phone like singing. And I'm like, okay, I hope it don't sound like ass.
Oh, like they had you record over the phone.
Yeah, the
Yeah, see, I don't recommend like doing it that way. I
mhm,
think it's better for two people if they're like not in another state, just to do it like send an open verse to one of them and then just have
mhm.
them record at their studio, because like recording it through the phone is just going to mess up the quality unless the person can audio engineer that, but I think it's still going to sound like it's over the phone.
Yeah, because I'm very skeptical when it comes to that. Like, especially my vocals, like I'm very like skeptical. And even though they were guiding me through the whole situation, I tried. You know, it's my first time trying it out, like on the Van Lab. It's not
Hmm.
so bad. It's just that it felt weird because I'm not used to that. So I was like, all
Yeah, yeah,
right,
it was just a different experience.
yes, yes. And when did you ever done that before, or it was always they just take it to the studio type thing?
True. I don't think I've ever done it that way where it was like through a phone. I feel like that would just mess up the quality.
Yeah, true, true, true. In that aspect, have you done like any what was like for you like growing up when it came to your music before you became who you are today? Like what was it like experience wise growing up before you was just a musician? I love your ideas when it comes to your stuff because I'm actually into heavy metal and stuff like that. So yes, everybody, I am into that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, heavy metal is definitely like taking over. I feel like with the like just the sound now, like even mainstream rappers are mixing like rock and metal like together with hip hop, and I dig it.
Yes, it's just a different feeling. They don't understand like when you actually work with instruments and different type of styles, it actually brings out your music a little much more because you'll show your
Hmm.
creative skills and it also shows your diversity.
Right,
So,
right, which
I,
is like definitely like is what helps people stand out. Like, I also feel like
yes,
too, it's like when you mix rock with anything, people will love it because I feel like universally everybody likes rock music.
Yeah, me too. Because I'm actually trying to I'm trying to work with this band called Writers. I don't know if you heard of them, but they're really super
Nah.
dope. And I'm supposed to see them perform in April. I bought a ticket to see them, and um, I gotta show you the information. You gotta check them out. They're really fucking dope. And I'm trying to go to see them. They're gonna be actually be performing in Queens. Shout out to them. I met
No,
them
nice.
through. Yes, and they're really dope. Like their sound is so. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. When it comes to the music, I played one of your tracks earlier, and it was called Juice. Tell me a little more about that. Like, what was your idea when it came to that track?
So like one of the backbones of that is like the movie Juice is my favorite. One of my favorite movies from Tupac. I grew up like watching that all the time when I was a kid. Um,
Okay.
I kind of just mixed like elements of that with just a situation to like express my anger. And then basically, just say like "fuck everybody, I'm the shit." So it was kind of like a bit of that. I actually recently dropped that one on World Star Hip Hop as well.
Okay. Look at you. World
Yeah,
star.
like it. That was like my first music video I uploaded to World Star, first of many.
Oh my god, how did you feel doing that? Like, what was the feeling? Like, it was like, oh shit, I'm
Oh, I felt
actually.
like amazing because it's just like finally like I'm on like a major platform. Like my stuff like on my own was getting like views and like attention, like Instagram, YouTube, but
Mhm.
it's like just cool to be like recognized by like a bigger platform now. It feels like you climb an extra tier in this industry.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, when it comes to the industry, you know how the industry is. It's I always get into this conversation with a lot of artists, and it's really true about the industry. But like, what is your opinion about the industry today in the internet, social media? Like, how do you feel how the industry is now? Like, what would you do
Um,
to change
I
it
think
to?
it's like definitely the industry pays attention to public opinion. Like if you're an artist doing well on your own, they're definitely more likely to work with you. Like I think it's like they definitely want you to be like buzzing in some way before they sign you. Whereas like I feel like maybe years ago it was could just be you had the talent and they signed you. Um, I also think it's like a bit easier nowadays to definitely get signed because of the internet. Like
Yeah,
um, you can definitely build your own following. You can build your own everything. You don't even really need a label, I don't think anymore. But a label is definitely something that'll push you farther, quicker in your career. Um, I know some people say it's like the industry's like evil, but I feel like it just depends on what you sign. There's more than just one kind of record deal. I think most people just get locked into a 360, which is like one of the worst deals where it's you don't really make that much money, but they like just push you.
yeah, pretty much. Because it's like they make it so easy, but yet sometimes it's like they go based on things that like I wish they just do not pay attention to because it just beats the art of music in general because the way they dissect it is like okay, maybe not. Being an independent artist is you're more advanced more than like you're not trapped pretty much.
Right, you have more creative freedom and more freedom to
Yes.
like upload and do what you want.
Yes.
Um, but I think it's just like people like the label because you get money up front and then also they'll book tours for you. Like they just make it a little bit easier for the artist, which I can see why somebody would sign. Like I'm definitely planning to sign someday.
Hmm.
It just would have to be the right deal.
Yeah. What is your idea of the right deal? Like, what are you looking for in a
Mostly distribution, creative freedom, a good amount of money up front, and just like opportunities. Because I know, like when you get money from, like say, the record label, it's more so alone. So just given good opportunities, so that way it's like it's easy for me to break even with them, and then also make money after I'm done with a deal. Because I think with some artists, it's like they fumble the money they're given, not realizing they have to pay that back, and then they just become in debt to the label. Then the label stops pushing them, so then that way they have no way to pay it back because they never learned how to like make money on their own as an artist.
Yeah, I be feeling the same way because it's like you have so much leverage when it comes to the contract, and the contract they don't realize that it's not their money.
Yeah, it's a loan. Like it's meant that they can give it to you so you can make moves with your career, so that way you can pay them back and hopefully break even and make money yourself.
Yeah, and then the fact that if you don't make that money, you're still in debt because they're expecting your record to hit like fucking number one or some shit and make millions of dollars. If it's not making any money for them, they may just drop your ass, and you don't
Yep.
want to, you know.
I mean that happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it sometimes it's just it's better to be independent. It's like you want, it's like unless you start your own label, like you just
Yeah, I
gotta
think
have.
it's like
Hmm.
I guess it depends on the artist. Like I think the personally the best way is like start out independent, sign a label that gives a good contract,
Yes,
make your own label eventually, and then once you're done with that record label you signed to, you can stand on your own and be independent as an artist because you have all their resources with none of the money you owe them.
yes, exactly. How do you ensure consistency in your style across different projects?
What was that?
How do you ensure consistency in your style across different projects that you've been doing?
Oh well, I just stay authentic and true to myself. I mean, if it's coming from me, it's gonna be like a consistent thing. Like I feel like my music will never per se like change, but more so evolve. So it'll always like be me, just the next level of me. So I don't see my music like changing drastically. Because like I said, I make music based on like um, how I feel or the emotional pocket I feel. So it's only gonna like evolve from there. Like I guess it's like the only way it wouldn't be consistent with me is if like I started
Mhm.
letting like say if I had a label like them make the decide the music I make.
Yeah. In challenges as your artistic projects that you've been like recently, accumulating, like you worked on, and how do you overcome those challenges? Like, you say, for instance, for example, like you're supposed to do a specific project and it has to be on a specific date. How do you manage that as a challenge? Like, how do you deal with it? Like the pressure. Do you ever feel pressured?
So I don't really set dates for like project releases. So I don't really ever say get like pressure
Hmm.
to do anything. But like I guess if I had a due date, I would just make that the top priority to get done as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. That's interesting because, most of the
Yeah, like I
time,
know some artists they have like dates that certain things are gonna drop. I kind of just drop it when it's finished.
yeah, yeah, I be having to set dates for myself. Sometimes, like the project that I'm working on as well, I may have to like prolong it because I'm a, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to
Well,
my
there's
shit.
nothing wrong with that. I mean, I feel like perfectionism is like definitely good with music because it's like it'll ensure it's good quality.
Yes, and I'm very picky. Like if I feel like it's not the lyrics need to be changed, I have to change them real quick because I'll listen to my shit over and because I don't know if you do it, but I rough draft my stuff. Like I'll record it on my phone just with the beat to hear the words exactly. And if I feel like I need to switch it up, I'll switch it up and then I'll re-record it again to see how I get a good vibe off of it. If I like it, I'll just keep it and I'll wait till studio time.
I mean, I think that's a good idea. I've never really like recording myself on my phone with with the beat though. Like normally I'll just like write, rehearse to the beat, and then
Hmm.
I'll go to the studio and I'll hear how it sounds um, for the first time. But usually it's good, so I've never had like a problem. Like I kind of have an idea of how I'm gonna sound when I like rap on something. So
Yeah,
I'm very picky about beats. So like if I don't think my voice will sound good on it, I just wouldn't rap on it.
I feel you. How do you motivate yourself and focus during long-term projects?
Well, I just realized like how badly I want like what I want, and just put all my energy into pursuing it.
Okay. Does it usually take you a long time or like the
It
timing?
varies depending on like the degree of what I want. Like me wanting to like say do an EP, like I already had everything written out and like idolized like how I want it like to be delivered. So like it didn't take me too long. Yeah, it varies like depending on what it is I'm trying to pursue.
Okay. Have you ever like faced like copyright issues with your work? If so, how did you resolve them?
Well, usually I lease the beats I use, so usually I don't get copywritten. There's some cases too where it's like, if I send the song to the producer, he'll like the song, he'll just be happy I like created a song with something he made. I think I've only had a copyright once, but then like not too long afterwards, I'm not sure what happened to the with the producer on his end, but he lost his copyright to it, so it was like then I didn't have like that issue with one of my songs.
Okay. Well, what was your favorite first when you first started performing? Like, how was your first experience in performance? Like, was you
Um,
nervous?
So yeah, I was definitely nervous. It felt like surreal. Like I'm not sure if you ever had it. I mean, I don't get it like anymore because like I'm used to it. But when I was like doing my first show rapping, like it almost felt this world wasn't real. Like it just kind of felt like a different plane of existence. I don't know. It
Yeah,
just
I
felt like
mean,
surreal. You know what I mean?
yeah, I had the only time that I was ever like that, is because I don't know if you ever felt this way. Like, I'd be scared of the equipment. Like, when people have their equipment, like the microphones, and I'd be having like my self conscious be like, okay, I hope this shit don't fuck up. I hope this shit don't clunk out. I hope the mics are balanced. You know,
Like you worry about the microphone itself.
yeah, like I'd be so my mind be like, yo, I hope they have perfect equipment because I do not like fuck ups.
Yeah, like I could definitely see that because I do remember one of the shows like we actually performed at the mic was like cutting in and out and I kind of felt bad for
Yes.
some of the people performing.
Yeah, like I be like that shit just drives me crazy. Like that's my pet peeves. Like I'm like, oh my god, I just hope the fucking system is good because I don't like to be shouting my because you're
Yeah,
like,
like I know what you mean. Like I've actually walked out of like open mics before because I don't know why this like happened, but for some reason the promoter didn't think that like to get a microphone, so it was an open mic without a mic and like he said we could just do our music with like without it, but it's like with my music I wasn't going to like mess up my voice like, for that, so I just walked out.
yeah, that was yeah.
Like I don't know, it still like baffles me. It's like, bro, how did you let that happen? Like this was your event and you didn't have a microphone for an open mic.
Yeah, like I
Like
had
it's
this.
literally in the name and you you let it slip.
Yeah, like it's over mic with no mic. Great.
Real for real. So it's just like open. So it's literally just like how are we supposed to do a performance with no mic?
Yeah, that's just like I hate when shit like that happens, and then on top of it, they'll charge you a fucking fee, and it's like, bruh, your shit was trash, and
Yeah,
if you
like I remember at that one event we did, it was like I think they were charging like they only charged me 10 because I was a last minute like performance and they asked me to perform.
yeah,
But I heard like some people it was like they were paying like 40, 45 bucks for that and like their shit was like cutting out and I felt so bad. I'm like, damn, you paid like half $100 for this shit of a like equipment to perform at. Like I hate that.
yeah, that's one thing. That's those are my nervousness. Right there is just the fuck ups in the system because I'm very like on point when it comes to my shit. And if you having me pay for a certain amount of money for a showcase that is not even prepared, I want my fucking money back. It should
Yeah,
be a
absolutely.
good
Like
show after that. There's also, by the way, I don't know if there's still slots. I'll give you the information. There's actually still slots. Shout out to Katie, Raw Zone. They're doing the 17th. I'm gonna be there performing, and I think they have like slots open. I don't know if you're interested, so I'll give you the information when we get off and stuff.
yeah, you can send
Um,
me the info.
Yes, they got slots coming, and they were looking for other artists as well. So if you're interested, just hit her up. Hopefully they got slots, but do follow her because they always do a lot of showcases and stuff for
Hmm.
a good cause. I also helped them with cancer. It's a strong cancer. Shout out to Katie for doing that. The foundation, her brother, let him rest in peace and stuff. And shout out to my mom because she died from lung cancer. So it's really important that you get into with the community and do some for the causes. It's important for that for artists like us to actually get in tune. And do good for the for everybody. Support. Doesn't hurt.
Hmm.
And she does that a lot for a lot of I love her to death. She's always been so in tune with that, and she loves when artists get into the whole thing. And I think you will benefit from that too, because I feel that energy you give me. And when I first met you, it was like you were super humble, and I was like, yeah, I gotta really like have a conversation with him.
Appreciate that.
Yes, and I've been seeing you perform a lot. As you notice, I'll be clicking on your shit. I was like, oh, okay, I see you. Like when
Yeah,
you
I like
do,
pretty much do every show, like every open mic I see. Like especially now that I
yeah,
live in Brooklyn, there's a venue like on every corner here, so it's like super easy to find one. Like I
yes,
recently did a show in like Williamsburg at Pete's Candy Shop.
okay. I see you getting out there. I know I see all your videos, and I'm like, okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's work. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of engagement, a lot of artists that I notice. I don't see them working at all. I just see those people just handing them shit, and I'm like, bruh, like, where's your background check? Like, where's your credentials? Like, I don't see y'all moving. I just see y'all just producing tracks, and that's it. Like,
Yeah, like I've noticed that too. It's like artists will maybe do a show like once or twice a month, whereas like for me, I'll
mhm.
try to do like at least like 7 or 8 shows a month. Like really, just anytime I see one and it's close by, I'll go to it.
Yeah, it's about almost the requirement of any type of artist in terms of that is about to 24 to 50 showcases you're supposed to accumulate in your catalog, and it's a lot. It's a lot of things, that plus networking and shit like that.
Yeah, for sure. Like especially the networking. Like I find it like super easy to network in New York. Like you go to any event, you'll easily like have like 10 to 15 new followers.
Mm-hmm. And I think you getting in tune with what I was telling you, the band writers, they actually really thought they have a whole thing. They love doing collabs. I was supposed to do a collab with them, but they just recently got back on track. So I told them I'm giving them time because I think the band leader hit me up and he was like, "What's good, bossy?" And I'm like, "Hey." I was like, "Hey, I haven't heard from y'all in a minute, but all right, hi." And was talking and stuff, and they recently just got back on track with things. I think they got a whole new leader or something, a band leader or something like that. They were telling me, and now that they're starting to book their stuff, performances and stuff, and they were like asking to come out and stuff, and um which is cool. I told them I'd give them time, but it's good that I really would love for you to get really in contact with them, because it'll give you more support for you as
Yeah, I mean, I'm
well.
definitely down to. You can send me all their stuff once we get off at the interview.
Yes, yes, definitely. When it comes to events and your music, how do you deal with other artists in terms of networking? Do you guys ever like go to sing showcases? Like how do they approach you when it comes to that? Because I know sometimes artists can be really like cruel, and I've seen it for myself.
Generally, I haven't had too many bad experiences like with artists in person. Usually, people like my music, especially watching me perform it.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, if there was somebody in the crowd who didn't like my music, they never told me, as like I don't really think they would. I think for the most part, like I've experienced people who either really loved it, or like were quiet at the show, but then later on followed me and then expressed that they loved it. So I think sometimes like with some people, it's they either have to process it or they're just shy. But eventually, like for the most part, for me, they've usually liked my music. I haven't really, the only people who like ever said they didn't like it were just like haters in the comments that I've never met or dealt with like ever, or just like confused fans. Like I'd say my experience with people approaching me has been pretty good.
Yeah. How when it comes to your art, how important it is to you when it comes to publicly showing people that you want to influence? Like, what do, how do I put this? What is your idea of a public art influence in your music? Because there's a specific type of audience. When it comes to your audience, what are you looking for in an audience when it comes to your music?
Um, I guess just people that are like genuine, truly themselves, no matter how like weird or uncomfortable it might make other people feel. Like, or basically, I'm just looking for like authenticity, like because that's the energy I give out. I definitely think my fan base will be a mix of like people who like drill, definitely the goth crowd, alternative for sure. I think people that also like gangster rap would listen to my stuff. New metal people, like I'd say I pretty much pull like an array of different followers. Like I don't think I have one demographic. I think I appeal to like many, just because of the fusion my music is. But yeah, I like people that are genuinely just themselves, no matter what, and don't care what people think.
Which is, which is understandable because you don't need to do that. You don't need to care
Yeah,
what fucking people think.
it
Fuck
really doesn't
them.
matter what other people think. Like it's literally their problem if they have a negative feeling towards something.
Yeah, and it's like in this world you're supposed to humble yourself, like really humble yourself. But a lot of people don't do that. It's like they're just ready to just like attack, like, and then expect someone to be holding their hand the next day and talking about I support you. Like the fuck.
Yeah, like I feel like there's always gonna be people like that that like, when they see that, like action where they like try to be overly supportive to make up for not being supportive. I guess as long as like they weren't being like disrespectful, like while the come up, like it's fine to be later supporter. But if it's like they were straight up hating it and then they decided to act like a fan, like I probably would dismiss them.
Does your art and music help you in other ways in the areas in your life, or is just a specific one besides the mental area?
um, I mean, it makes me feel good to like create things. So it gives me like a sense of accomplishment, which gives me like a sense of power, which makes me feel good. Um, I mean, I guess this is still tying to mental, but I almost look at it's like therapy. It's like I got the expression I wanted to get like out of my head and out of my system.
Okay, in terms of that, like, have you done anything else besides just music? Have you done like merch and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
have merch. I actually just sold out of beanies I was selling. Infinity beanies. I
Mhm.
actually have posters too. One of them's on my wall. The Thai Zeo one.
Oh, do you bring them to like
Then I also
locations?
have T-shirts. I have one T-shirt where it's a cat mascot with the infinity underneath with like galaxy print behind it, and then I have a Thai Zeo as a death metal like logo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely gotta talk because I like to support businesses, and if you have merch, just let me know. I'll buy some 'cause that's just
Yeah,
me. I
definitely.
like
My clothing
buying it.
brand is called Infinity, so it's like I have a clothing line for that, but then I also have like one where it's just my artist name. Like the poster I showed you used to be a shirt. Like I have a shirt version of that. That's the poster version. Then I also have, like I said, have the death metal version of Taizio, like just as a logo.
Okay, yes, do get me that because I would love to support, and I'll take pictures and promote it and stuff. And I
Yeah, I'll send you some too in the DM after.
Yes, yes, please, because like I said, support is support. You know what I'm saying? And it's important that us as artists is support each other. We don't get that a lot because there's so much fucking hatred and so much animosity and fucking. It's just like
Yeah,
why?
I find with like New York though, people tend to be more supportive. It's like everywhere else I've been, they kind of seem like it's click based and competition.
Yeah, it's like that. New York, we support when I'm not speaking for me in general, but others. It depends where you go in New York because New York it is a big place to get that type of support, but at the same time, people are still stereotyping, which is sad. you know, you can still hear
Y-
me, right?
Yeah, I could
Okay.
still hear you. It's just like you're kind of low, so sometimes I have to like put it to my ear.
Oh, sorry about that. I gotta
Oh
look
no, it's
into
all
it.
good.
Okay, get into let's talk about this song called Warsi Show version. What is that about?
Oh, Warcry.
Yeah, I think that's what you called it, but it says
Yeah,
Warsi
yeah,
Show.
it's probably in quotations a show version because that's what I send the DJ when I want to perform it.
Ah, okay, okay. I'm about to
That
play
one's
it.
like
Tell
for
me
that
about
song that was me basically like bragging about myself and then just saying fuck anybody who doesn't like me and just like, enjoying myself. Um, and basically like why I named it like War Cries, it's basically me like dissing people who are like either haters or don't like me. So it's like basically like calling them out like as a war cry.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, most of my
Yeah.
music is basically saying like fuck people who don't like me for being me.
Well, hey, shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's mostly me dissing like haters, dissing like people I've dealt with, like just shit like that.
All right, I'm about to play right now, y'all. This is what's the artist, Boston V, and Zeo. We're about to with Thai Zeo. We're about to play his song called what you said, War Cry.
Yeah, it's War Cry. Just it says show version because like I just remember to send that one to the DJ because like there's another one that it's a different version, so it's like I try to make sure I send the right one, so I'm not shocked when I perform.
Okay, awesome. Just know this video you can after the show it'll be available like right after we done, and you can share it, screen record, whatever you want to screen record, or I'll just send you clips or whatever if you want me to. Either way, you're gonna get your shit.
Sure, I'm down with that.
So I'm about to play this. It's called War Cry by Thai Zeo. Check him out. You gotta get in tune with him. But remember, y'all, if you want any type of music from him, you have to ask him, not me. I don't own these rights. This is his shit. Don't ask me because I ain't trying to get sued. Okay. Here we go.
Praying for me not to go to hell. Make a little ride with me. Angels cry, mothers pray. Pussy froze up, trigger finger pulls up, load up, see me pulled up. EBK shooting 2K. Pressure on your homie smoke up. Oh no, take yourself, devil don't folk. Devil praying don't go to hell. Fuck your homie, fuck your hood. While he melts his face, you are back to the dough. Pussy go home, not the one. Shoot out, hit his one. Catch him, then he done. Fuck a cop, fuck her up. Shoot out, bleeding, just drop. Bitch.
I see you.
Yeah, and that video is on my YouTube channel. I was actually promoting it in like New York. I got it up to 125,000 views.
Oh wait, you got it in. Oh, we're about to look at that video. Hold up, we're about to look at that video.
Yeah, it's the second video on my channel. It's also on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I'm about to play it right now for everybody. For you, they can.
Oh, you're gonna play it? Sweet.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Look at that, it pulled up real quick. All right, y'all. Same song I just played. Y'all check it out. Subscribe to him. Hold on, let me subscribe real quick because I know I have you on Spotify.
Yeah, I'm on all social media platforms. Thanks to DistroKid.
Yeah, I'm on DistroKid. Shout out to DistroKid.
Hell yeah. They'd be really getting the job done.
I know, right? You really get on my nerves sometimes, but we talk about
Yeah,
that.
sometimes they're just mad annoying and confusing. I feel the same way about Spotify.
Yeah. Oh, forget about it. But yeah, I'm about to play his video. Y'all check him out. Hold on, let me stop it because it was trying to stop it playing its own shit. Like the fact YouTube be tripping. All right, let me do the screen share thingy. And wait, I'm still all right. There we go. You see it from here? You can see it, right? A little bit.
I don't really see the video just yet, but I see like your tab.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
dope.
I just want to
Here we go.
There we go. I just want to make sure you see this the share screen.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me mute myself because it's gonna echo if I didn't mute. Hold on. Let me mute myself.
Devil praying for me not to go to hell. Make a little ride with me. Angels cry, mothers pray. Pussy froze up, trigger finger pulls up, low not the one. Shootout hit his one, catch him then he done. Fuck a cop, fuck a op, shootout bleeding, just drop. Bitch.
Dope.
That was too short for me. I'm sorry. I was rocking out.
Yeah, a lot of my earlier songs are mad short, but there's a reason for that. Like mostly what it was they were supposed to be like features. I couldn't get the other
Mhm.
person to do their half of the video, and I really wanted a video for the song, so that's why some of my earlier stuff is like a minute long, is because it was supposed to be a feature, but the other person I couldn't get him.
Okay. Well, yeah, y'all heard that right. He's looking for features, so y'all need to take
Yeah,
it
I'm
serious.
open to collaborations.
Yes, you
My new
need
stuff
like
is a lot longer though. Like most of my songs are like 2 minutes now.
okay. Getting into this question out, it's a lot to deal with in this world in terms of the industry and dealing with showcases, events, and stuff like that. Like when it comes to events, like what is your standard? Like what is your thing about events that you feel that needs to be different?
Well, from my experience personally, like definitely let people know the equipment they're working with, because like I recently went to one open mic where they didn't allow like you to play your track to perform. You had to use the band. I kind of think that's dumb. Like I think it should be a mix of both. Like if you want to use the band that they have, you can, but if you want to just play your normal set the way you normally do, that should be an option as well. I don't like it when it's like one or the other. I also don't like disorganization with events. Like literally, if they book everybody, then they have to change the venue, but then they've changed like a different date. I've also experienced it where it's like they don't give refunds when you ask for it. Because like I remember I tried asking for a refund after they canceled the show I was supposed to do, and they just kicked me out of the group chat and didn't respond to me. So it's like literally I hate stuff like that. That's dirty. Charging some people but not everybody to perform is ridiculous as well. Um, Another thing. Yeah, also just making sure like when you sign up for like a slot, you're guaranteed that slot, because like I've seen some cases where somebody was supposed to be the first performance, and literally they were like third or fifth, like last minute. Like I don't think that's cool to do that, because like you set up everything according to the slot you're gonna be in. So it's like that won't work with some people. So just organization. Um, Another thing I noticed that I really don't like either is like say the show is like say a 3 or 4 hour show, and then like the promoter's the first one who's performing, he takes like an hour slot when everybody else has like 4 minutes. Like that rubs me the wrong way. Like I really don't like that, because then it's basically like it's his show and we're just like playing after him.
Yeah, I be feeling the same way. I had incidents with that happening, and it's like I try to humble myself. I try not like the other side come out of me, but sometimes it's so fucking difficult because of simple fact. It's like common fucking sense. It's like, bruh.
Yeah, like I don't know, like one of the recent shows I did, it was like the promoter
Yeah.
was like the show was supposed to start like say at like 8. It didn't start till like 9, which is normal. Like normally these events start an hour after the flyer like time. But then it's like the first like hour 45 minutes it was the promoter like performing, and it's like, bro, it's like host the show. You're not the fucking artist. Like just because you can perform doesn't mean you have to perform the whole hour.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like I want to do soon, just to let you know, actually planning. It's not going to come anytime soon, but between next year and the following year, I'm actually planning to do showcases for artists.
No, and I think
And
that's like cool and stuff. Like I think like artists that also do showcases is great. I just don't agree
mm,
with them like eating up a portion of the actual showcase for themselves. Like I feel like that's a little inconsiderate,
yeah,
because it's like they're pushing back these slot times just to perform when it's like it's not your show.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to make a difference when it comes to that. When I actually do my first events, it's
Well, I
not
think what it is like a promoter can perform at their own event, but they should have the same time they're giving everybody else. It shouldn't be they get like their
a whole
whole
fucking
like
yeah,
hour to their show when their show is a 4 or 3 hour show,
yeah. I
and
know.
everybody else has to get rushed off the stage in like 2 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's another. And then they expect you to stay fucking longer, and then when you stay longer, you don't end up getting that shit happened to me. Like I was so pissed off. I got there early, promptly on time, and then suddenly I'm seeing people leaving, and it's like, oh, we're closing. Wait, I didn't even perform. The fuck? Like, and I paid money for it. And when they did that, I was like, I want my money back because you're not gonna play me, you
Well,
know?
that's the thing too. Is like I'm big on like they should definitely give refunds to people who paid and didn't get to perform. Like that happened with like me too, and I was just like, it's why I really am like
Mhm.
hesitant to even work with that like showcase anymore. Is because like not only that they didn't refund me, but the fact that they didn't charge some people. So they charged me specifically, but some people got a free like show. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's another thing. The favoritism. I hate that shit. Everybody
But
should get the same treatment, same protocols. There should not be no, oh, no, it should not be like that because that's not right. We have rights as artists, we have rights to bitch about it, because
well, yeah,
like,
because at that point, it's like they're not even supporting the craft. They're just supporting like they're just finessing it basically. Because like, I mean, because I have like a theory that it seems like it's checking out, but it's like most like promoters or DJs that are like dirty are like failed artists that like never like could make it in that industry as being an artist. So now they chose another pocket, which is promoter and DJ. But part of them resents the artists that are doing well, so they like take it out on them. That's just what I've noticed. Is
mhm.
like whenever you meet like a dirty promoter, dirty DJ, guarantee if you go back long enough, it's like they had a SoundCloud link where their music just wasn't that they were like bad, they just weren't gonna be the next thing, and they like
Yeah,
resent other people who are.
and it's like they're trying to come up on the other artists
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Like they'll literally they realize at some point, okay, I'm never gonna be like the biggest artist like in this city, so I'm going to just try to be a promoter that gets close to the biggest artist in this city.
Yes. What is your most embarrassing moment?
Like ever or on stage
Yeah,
or
ever, like ever, like it could be on stage,
um
it could
I
be
guess
whatever.
like when I was, I mean, I guess it's like I'm not embarrassed by it. It's just kind of funny. I remember when I was like a kid, like we like in school we'd actually get like chosen to say the Pledge of Allegiance on the intercom. I got chosen one day, and like I messed up and like literally on the intercom throughout the whole school I said dope and like. I guess everybody like laughed in each classroom, so it was like kind of funny. But it's like I messed up saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh wow.
But I was also like in second grade, so it was like whatever.
Shout out to second graders.
But it was like I don't know. It's kind of funny in a way though, because it's like we used to think that was like an honor as like a kid to be able to go on the intercom and everybody hear our voice. So it's just funny I fucked up.
Yes. Yeah, like I did that one time. I was actually nervous. I was nervous because I was always very insecure about my voice
I
compared
think
to
every artist goes through that, and then like you get the
yeah.
idea of like how you can make your voice sound, and you get really comfortable with it.
Yeah, like compared to now and back then, I sounded really small back
Well, I think it's like you like as an artist, it's like you learn what sounds good with like
then.
how you can make your voice sound good, and then it's like you know how to stick to like doing that with sound.
Yeah, so it was like it was interesting. Just
But
to
yeah, I
like
guess that's like my
mhm.
most embarrassing moment because I don't know. I don't really get ashamed of myself that often.
Yeah, well now it's totally fucking different. I don't give a fuck. But back then I was just like so like why I gotta talk like this? And now it's like I got older and my voice sounds so different. Even that be making me like not want to talk either. But everybody's like, "Oh, you got like the showcase type of vibe. Like, why don't you just do radio? Or like you got that voice for it?" And I'd be like, "You sure?"
Yeah, I mean, I could see you hosting showcases. I definitely get that
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah, and I actually want to get artists too. Like when I do weekend these showcases, I actually want to get artists like you or anybody to
Yeah, I'd
actually
be down to perform at
co-host.
your showcase.
Yeah, and to co-host with me because I want y'all to experience that too because it's good to experience different things
Sure.
in the event, and I want everybody to get involved. It's gonna be really cool to have people there. It's gonna be free of charge, of course. The only thing that's not gonna be free, of course, is the vendors because they gotta
Right,
charge their,
right. I mean, but that's all
you
right
know.
because they'll make their money there.
Yeah, that's that's dumb. But the showcase will be, it'll be free, and then it'll be catering there and stuff like that. It's gonna be a lot of networking. I actually want other podcasters to come there too to showcase their stuff. Like if they want to be online and just like have like whatever with the artists and stuff, it'd be cool they do that. It's just I'm planning a lot of things. It's just I want to make sure everything is planned perfectly in a way where I don't have to be like, oh shit. So that's in effect very soon. And then shortly, the end of this month, between the end of this month and the beginning of March, I'm going to have worldwide global access to radio station rotations for all artists. So I could rotate everybody's stuff globally, and y'all will get the proper streamings to your streams, whether
Oh,
it's
that's awesome.
Spotify. Yeah, like that's my gift to everybody that's been coming to my show and supporting me. And
Mhm.
I feel like people keep taking too much. Like, why not give? People take from us. It's time for that shit to stop. And I'm trying to make a whole movement where there is, artists can know that there is actually genuine people, that
Yeah, for
actually give.
sure. I mean, that's another thing too. I'd recommend to like any artist to get prepared for is like just learn how to like read people really well because like it's helped me out a lot with like who to like work with and not work with. Like, thankfully, I can really tell how somebody is just by like spending a few moments with them. So it's like made it so I know who not to and who to work with. Like, certain people I'll just never do a show for again because like I just can read how dirty they are and it's like I'm not getting involved with that.
I feel you. I had my fair share on that. I had to cut certain people off because it was just not. I wasn't given the vibes, and it's okay because it's a business. It is what
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
well absolutely. That's another thing too is like um I feel like people also should adopt that when pursuing the artistry is like realize this is majority of business first. Like, I feel like I have way more associates than I do friends or fans way more than I have friends, but that's okay
Hmm.
because that's like kind of better in a way. Like, I feel like it's not good to mix friendship with like this kind of industry.
Yeah, because it's like you don't know who's who. Because they could either fake it to be actually your friend to destroy you, or they could just. It's just a lot of fucking questions when it comes to that. It's like you gotta know who your friends are and who are your associates and who actually is fans.
100%. Like,
And
definitely because it's like there's definitely going to be like way more associates than there will be like friends in this industry, especially with music.
yes, name your dream project that you really want to fulfill in the industry as you come up as an artist.
What's a dream project?
Yeah, like a dream project if you could.
So I'd really like to work with like the artist I grew up listening to. So like the lead singer of Slipknot, Corey Taylor. I'd like to work with him. I'd like to work with Marilyn Manson for sure. I actually definitely would love to work with like Chief Keef also because like I was a big fan of the Chicago drill music. I would work with Little Dirk. I would work with the band Corn. Like I guess I'd work with just the metal and hip hop I grew up like listening to more so. Um, like some work with those artists just because it'd be kind of cool that I went from like listening to them to working with them.
Yeah, like it's like the experience. Like
Yeah,
the
like I would also work with like because I heard like the song Post Malone did with Ozzy Osbourne. I'd love to get a track with Ozzy.
wow, like to hear that, like I know I could see that happening.
Oh,
Like
and Rob Zombie also. Like I'm a big Rob Zombie fan.
you are? Wow. I like
He's actually from Massachusetts also.
oh wow.
He's just from
Yeah,
the other side of Massachusetts than I am. Like I'm from the Springfield side, which is like the border of Connecticut area. He's from Harrow, which is like closer to Boston.
so what was the memorable responses you ever gotten towards your music?
What was the what?
Memorable responses you ever had in your music? Like what's the memory of like a good memory? What was
So like a lot of my memories of like say that are like really memorable. It's either like really good shows I've done, or people like telling me like that I inspire them. Like there was actually one instance where I went to an open mic, and after the show, like somebody in the crowd approached me like after they performed, and they said that they weren't going to perform tonight, but watching me like have the confidence to be myself and like perform really well gave them the confidence they needed to do it. So I felt really good that I could do that for somebody because like I never like was trying to be an inspiration to anybody, but it's just cool that like me being myself and being courageous and just going for what I want is also doing that for somebody else inadvertently.
Okay, this is like not what part of the music conversation, but I like to talk
What's up?
about it anyway. This is another conversation I would like to like. If you had a choice of a superpower, what would it be?
Um, I really like the idea of like being able to control fire or like make fire. So probably like something with that. Um, trying to think of what else like because I feel like flying is like everybody would probably pick being able to fly. Um, kind of like that one power in like Static Shock where the dude who like he can control like the shadows and stuff and appear, teleport, or like blend in. I kind of like that power, so maybe that.
Okay, I can see that.
Um, I don't know if I'd want super speed because I feel like flying would be better. Um, I'm already kind of strong, so I don't really feel like I need super strength. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm good with fire. Yeah, fire would be cool.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of like a little fascinated with fire. It's weird to say that. I don't know what it is. The smell of it. I don't know. It's it's just something about like I don't know. The smell of fires. It's different.
Yeah, it's like just I don't know. To me, it's like comforting.
Yeah, like I'd be like smelling the like it's weird, but
Like especially when it's like fall time and you just have a little fire. Like
yeah,
the crisp air with like the burning leaves or burning whatever. Like just smells really good.
yeah, like every people probably think it's weird that we saying that, but it's like something about it. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have different weird shit that they be like, oh yeah, I like to smell it, like new shoes,
Gasoline.
like it's just different. People don't understand like certain smells be like given, you know. What's the
Yeah, I
best?
feel that about um like definitely campfire,
Mhm.
gasoline. I like the smell of like cinnamon. I mean, I know that's a good smell, but it's like I just like the smell of it.
Yeah, it's very like sweet, like a sweet
It's like
tart.
sweet and spicy, and I love like those two flavors.
What's the best of piece? What's the best piece of advice you have ever been given?
Best piece of advice I've ever been given.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess as like common as it sounds, it's like don't care what people think. Like that's literally the best advice because like when you don't care what people think, it's like you literally do what you want all the time, and you're like unapologetically, authentically yourself. And I feel like in the world, it's that's the best thing to be because then you attract like what you are.
Yes,
Which, if you're being yourself, is a great thing. It's only bad if you're not being yourself, what you're going to attract.
yeah, it's better to be your own self instead of trying to be somebody else
Hundred
you're not.
percent. Like, I don't see a reason to like try to be something else. Like, I feel like that'll just make your life worse or like not as exciting as if you were just being yourself. Because whoever you are is whatever or whoever you'll attract.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Totally agree. When it comes
Because
to
like literally since
inspiration,
I've moved to New York, I've just like
mm-hmm.
I mean I was myself too in Masters, but I've really just 100% been authentic. And like in New York, that's respected. So it's like I've attracted nothing but good things and opportunities. And anybody I lost like through that wasn't really worth keeping. So it's like I didn't lose anything.
You totally agree. When it comes to inspiration, what is your inspirational place to go to? Like, let's say, okay, my inspiration. I'm gonna tell you mine. Um, when I feel like I need to be inspired or need to be uplifted, I try to go to a place where I normally would love to go to. It's weird, but I like taking walks. I like to go sometimes like cemetery type shit. I feel like it's peaceful. People sometimes probably think that's fucking weird, but at the
No, I,
same
I actually do dig cemeteries, especially the older ones.
yes, and it like I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm more connected with spiritual wise with God and stuff when I like there. I feel like there's a connection there for some reason. It probably sounds weird to people, but I don't give a fuck. But I like to like I don't know for a clear mind and getting inspired by something. I think that's like my go to, or I like to watch like art galleries and stuff like that. Like in particular? Like, what is your inspirational spot?
I get inspired by dreams I have, going for walks, like reading books, getting new insight. Definitely going to shows inspires me because you get to meet different people with different mindsets. I do agree with like going to, I don't want to say weird, but like unusual places, like say a cemetery or like just things that are like different. I feel like inspire because it's like a different perspective. Um, and just talking to like different people, like I said, because it's like you get different mentalities by talking to people.
Yeah, totally agree. Like even when I like today, I'm supposed to go visit my homeboy's showcase. He's performing because he's always, you know, like I was telling, I think I was telling you this before, that he's always like, you know, showing me love and shit like that. And um I like to support, you know. If I can go, I'll go. Even if I can't go, I just buy tickets sometimes, you know, just support, you know, it doesn't hurt. And I go,
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
gonna go.
like definitely good.
Yeah, like so if anybody got showcase, like if you have any showcase, just tell me like ahead of time so I can prepare. And I'll
Yeah, like
come and
I'm the same way. Like
buy.
if I get invited to a show and it's like not busy or doing anything, like I'll definitely always go. Like I do that. I love for friends. Like I'll go to their shows if they invite me.
Yeah, like you know, I started really recently doing that because you know the weather's getting a little better and
Yeah,
my schedule is
this winter's been
tight.
gorgeous. Like I haven't had any issue with the weather in New York.
Yeah, it's bipolar sometimes, but you know it is what it is.
Yeah, it was like that in Massachusetts too. Brooklyn, the weather's been pretty good, but maybe it's because we're more like lower in the city. I know when I used to go to like places in Harlem and the Bronx, it seemed like it'd be colder.
Yeah, it depends where you go because sometimes you're near the water, or sometimes it's like certain areas of different barrels. You could feel the coldness more, you know.
Yeah,
And
definitely. I'm in like the middle part of Brooklyn. Like I'm in Bed-Stuy, but I'm on the part closer to Brownsville. So I
okay,
think our weather's usually pretty good because we're like more center.
yeah, yeah. I live like near the fucking bridge and shit, and yeah, I be feeling that cold air, like
Oh
whoa.
yeah, yeah. I remember when I lived in Boston, it was like that. Like I live near the beach, so it's like I'd always get the cold air. Like if it wasn't
Yeah,
snowing, the air would just be horrible. I feel like a whip.
yeah. It's just like it's like oh my god, the weather is crazy.
Absolutely.
But what's if you ever got a chance to perform in a big showcase, who would you perform for?
I'd actually love to perform for Slipknot, for metal, for like a showcase for maybe hip hop, like either Lil Durk or Chief Keef. Like, definitely those two. I would definitely perform for like Lil Uzi Vert. Um, Pretty much any like drill or alternative artist I'd love to like open up for, perform for. I would actually even like, even though I'm not like a major fan, like I would definitely work with like Suicide Boys or like Bones. Like they're more of like the alternative like funk kind of rap. Like people say it's like emo rap, but it's like there's a better title for it. It's funk, but I would definitely work with them. I think their fan base would like my music. I think new metal fans, so like Slipknot and Korn would like my music, and I've gotten like some fans that are into drill. So, like I said before earlier, it's like I think I fit into many pockets to where I could open up for anyone and they'll dig my music.
That's good. You're more open to actually try it out because most people just be like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
most people stay in like one lane. For me, it's like I have an expanded lane,
Yeah.
because it's like my goal is to basically be like, um, I want to be like metal enough to go on tour with metal bands, but I also want to be hip hop enough to do Coachella. I guess similar to how like Billie Eilish is, where she's like alternative enough to open up for another alternative band, but hip hop enough also to do like summer festivals that are more for hip hop.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. When it comes to that, how do you feel with the music today? Like, what is your opinion about the music today now that we're talking about?
Um, like personally, I like the music of today. Like I think when people complain about it, it's like they're expecting it to be like what music was 20 years ago, but nothing's like what it was 20 years ago. So that's kind of ridiculous.
That is true.
Because it's like, I don't know. In my opinion, it's like art is a form of history telling because it's telling stories of the time. So it's like nothing is what it was years ago. So the music's not going to be what it was years ago.
Yeah, which is true. It's like I feel like music today. It's I wish it was like back in the day. Like if they could mix it, like way where it's today
Right. I
and
think it's just too. It's like
mm-hmm.
maybe it needs to be more balanced. Like we need the right amount of like storytelling and positive music, but it's
Yes.
kind of a catch-22 because like when it comes to the music business, the market decides the value. Like so if the fans aren't asking for it, then it's not going to be promoted and made. So it's like the fans are asking for the music we have today. So it's kind of crazy they're complaining about what they're buying.
It's true because I just wish it'd be more varieties, like chips and shit. Like that's a weird example, but I wish it was like more varieties in music because I be hearing the same shit the next artist be doing, and I'm like, wait a second, that dude said the same. It's like the creativity. It needs to be better with other
Well, yeah,
artists.
I definitely think people should be more creative. But it's like it's kind of like I feel like now it's like I don't know. People just are kind of like because music is so easy to make. Like I feel like in a way it's kind of like died down the value of like who's making it in a way, if that makes sense. Like because it
Yeah,
doesn't take much to be like an artist anymore. So it's like now anybody can do it. So everybody's doing it, which not everybody's good at it.
yeah. It's like everybody wants to be a musician. It's like okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's people that like are doing it now for the convenience versus like they actually had the passion for it years ago. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's part of it. It's kind of just become trendy to be a musician.
Yeah, because like if you ask like certain artists why they became who they are, and they'll be stuck to even describe it because it's like, are you doing it because you like it and you got inspired by something, or you're doing it because the next person was doing it?
Yeah, like I
There's
definitely
always
feel like 2016, everybody just kind of became a rapper.
yeah.
Like that's just the vibe I get, or like not even just a rapper, but an artist or a musician. Because it's like
Hmm.
I feel like they definitely didn't grow up wanting to be that. They just sort of fell into it.
Yeah, like you see everybody else is fucking doing it, like, hey, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it too. Like,
Yeah, and I think that's part of that's just because of how easily accessible, especially with the internet, it got to be like an artist. Because I feel like years ago, it's you had to basically know people to actually have a chance in the industry. So most people, if they didn't know anybody, just didn't do it.
yeah, I was just like, I'm just so used to like I'm old school, so it's like certain things that certain music come about. I'm with it, but sometimes it's like it gets tiring hearing the same fucking bullshit.
Well,
Like,
yeah, like it was kind of funny to me to realize that like New Yorkers actually don't like the drill music as much as like people from outside New York think. Um, like my second week here in New York, people were saying that they just are like sick of it. They want something different.
yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Now let's get to this next track. It's Omen. Explain. Give me a little more detail about this. Like, what was the inspiration by it?
So like it's basically like a diss track. I had like where I grew up in like Mass. There was like this one person who was like always a problem to me when I was like say 12 to like 14, and it's like messed up too because he was an adult. He's like 18 like or 19. Um, just used to like harass me, and then like one day he got like really fucked up. So it's like a diss track to him.
Yeah, which is pretty
Like he
understandable.
used to like harass like all these underage kids or like get into fights with them, and then like one day literally he was drunk around some projects and like an entire gang like literally beat him up, pistol whipped him, and like nearly killed him. So it's like a diss track to him. Like if you listen to the lyrics, you can kind of make out like
Yeah.
me describing the situation.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Like nowadays, the politics is pretty much about that. Like the diss track. It's like people are dissing each other. And
I think diss tracks are necessary. It's a
mhm.
form of expression. I mean, I think they do get mad disrespectful, where it's like they're literally filming the video at the person's gravesite, or um, like just like like going OP with the disrespect, or just like finding a way to be the most disrespectful person. They do kind of just go OP for because it'll get more views and clout. But I mean, if they're just like making the track and like, doing a video for the song, I don't really think it's as bad. But I mean, I guess there's repercussions to that if it's the wrong people you're doing it about.
which is true.
But in this
Um,
case, like nobody liked that guy, so it's like funny that he got fucked up.
I know, right? It's like these politics are pretty intense. I just wish people just go about it differently. It's not they make shit about them, and it's like not really about them. It's like you have to survive in this industry. Yeah, you could do battles because they used to do a lot of ciphers where it's like that's your way of talking your shit, you know.
Hmm.
Nowadays, you're doing tracks and you're like talking about, oh, I'm gonna kill this person, kill that person. Like, okay, wait, time out.
Yeah, and it's like just crazy in a way though, because it's like a lot of it, especially like in the Chicago scene, it's like about real life murders or real life planning a murder, and it's like I don't know,
Yeah,
you're basically like exposing your ideas, which is crazy to me. Like I feel like if you want to like kill someone, you just wouldn't tell them.
yeah, I know. And it's like the mental capacity nowadays, it's like, do you really understand what you're doing? Like, you're really just setting yourself up for failure. Like, it's just, I wish there was more humbleness in the craft, but it's like, people are just gonna do what they want to do. And it's
Right.
like, it
I
is what
mean,
it is.
it is what it is. I mean, I think it's mostly just like they do it for the clout, which whatever.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I get the clout for drama because what other fucking clout they want? Because it's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's just the culture of it, thanks to like the Chicago scene.
Yeah, that's definite. So we're about to get into this track Omen. I'm about to mute myself so I can play it and you guys can hear it. Make sure you go follow him. He's all platforms. Check him out for real, for real. We're about to get into this track and then we're gonna get into a few more questions. And then we're gonna wrap it up. And
Dope.
here we go.
Hurry, God, jump, fuck him, should've died. Carry through the curse, stop down, pick your things up. I went big speed on your bitch rip with the switchblade on the throat. Fuck this bitch, stupid hole. Lines up, maxed out like the offset. 30 with the mad party back. Put the curse down in my fifth day. Fucking men dead with the hot lap. Walking caught, no bitch, no witnesses, no mercy. Dropping motherfuckers like they're turkeys. Came for me, yes, came for me, did a flash. Fucking bitch ass guy. David devil's ass there. Big on both sides. Where you run, can't hide. Like a matter that it's your heart bulletproof. Smile now, you pick it up a tooth. I killed that. Soft motherfuckers hate that. Only me throwing bitches, got the switches, killing stitches. Going for the riches, more stacking. No face, no case. Hang in my heart. Hollow rip you far. Do indeed, evil seed, night breed. Reason for it, got deleted. Reason you got heated. Okay, I strand none. Bitches on my dick, fucking caught. Heard it, y'all, don't fuck him, should've died. Carry to the curve, south down, pick your things up. Pick your rap, bitch, beat up. Your bitch ripped with the switchblade on the throat. Fuck this bitch, stupid hole. Lines up, maxed out like the offset. 30 with the mad body back. Bite the curve, down in my tip. Ain't fucking men dead with the hot lap. Walking caught, no bitch, no witnesses, no mercy. Dropping motherfuckers like they're turkeys.
The tease of the tease. Once
What's up?
again. I said the tease of the tease. Once again.
Hell
um,
yeah.
yeah, so let's talk about more of the history of you with the music. Um, what is your input when it comes to stage preferences? Like, what's your advice to artists that are just coming up and they're trying to pursue this type of career? And if so, we all get stage fright, like we was talking before about certain things. But what is your advice to artists now that are actually coming up into this type of platform?
Um, like I said earlier, I would just get prepared to be in situations where you're super uncomfortable. Performing is definitely one of those things in the beginning. I will say that it eventually goes away once you've done enough shows. Um, Basically, just play through the pain. Like if you are nervous, just don't show it. If like say you're rapping and you mess up on a part, you don't have to announce it. I've seen some artists do that, and I personally think it's like, well, you could just have kept going. The audience doesn't know your music yet or you. Just play it off smooth, and they'll think it was just part of the act, and you can just keep being yourself. That's another thing too. Just be yourself on stage. Like if you have a little hiccup, don't let it bother you. Just keep playing, do your best. There's definitely people in the crowd who will appreciate your music and dig it afterwards. But yeah, it's just do it enough, dive right into performing, book as many shows as you can, and just keep doing it. And eventually, you'll keep getting fans, you keep getting confidence, you'll keep knowing the do's and don'ts, and that's how you become a master. Like you have to like basically be unsure, maybe not as good at something at first until you can get to be the best at something.
Okay, I like that. It's different. When it comes, okay, so what's next for you?
So I'm actually dropping the music video to that song we just heard, Omen. I filmed it
Hmm.
in Cortland Alley in Manhattan. I had Billy Kayak, who was he was a videographer for a lot of Chicago rappers like FBG Duck, Ruga, a lot of the people like in that whole wave. He flew in from LA to film my video. It'll be dropped on his channel. Doing more shows. I'll be writing my next album soon. Um, Definitely, I want to do more stuff with my merch. Start pushing that a lot more. Yeah, mostly just like a lot of that stuff. Just getting myself out there as many ways as possible.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, so when you get that together and if you do if you have a promo video or if you like a promo video done for your merch as to promote yourself, just let me know. And or if you
Yeah, I
have
got
one
you.
already, just send it to me. I'll promote it on the podcast, obviously, and I'll promote it also on the podcast page. Cause you be seeing me always posting shit, different people. I'm like, who did it? I can't like if you see me early in the fucking morning doing that, because sometimes that's mostly when I'm brainstorming. Is I'm actually just like sharing the shit out of shit. So you all you hear, oh you go, bloop, 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 oh voices are, but that's because sometimes I don't get
Yeah, I mean, I
time.
hear that. I'm up early all the time.
Yeah, I sometimes don't get time during the day to do that because I have school and then family things to do. So I try to get everybody promoted. It's not easy because I got so many of you or awesome people that yeah, I love your creativity. Whether you're cooking, you're singing, you're rapping, or you're fucking doing the bachata, whatever the case
Yeah,
is. I try to promote and get people out there to,
yeah. I mean, that's really good of you to do. I mean, you can never get too much promotion as an artist.
yeah. So it's important that people understand that support is very important in a lot of ways, even if it's just you just fucking I don't know, just chilling or doing video games. Some even gamers get support too. So it's important to have that type of system, and I don't mind doing that for a lot of artists because I know what it feels like to start, and I know what it feels like to try to get the right audience to hear you. I know what it feels like to network, and if sometimes it gets frustrating because not everybody likes to network. Everybody's always stuck in their fucking retarded ass ways, which I hate that shit. It's like, bruh, humble yourself. And it's important that you get the exposure. It's important that you're able to utilize your voice and be heard. No more shutting yourself out. It's self-expression. That's why I did this podcast. I've been planning this podcast for like 2 years, 3 years, and I was like, yo, I have to call it Voices of an Artist because this is what we are, the voice.
Absolutely.
And it's important that you guys get that support system. And I've been there, I've done that. I'm still growing as an artist. I don't make it about myself. And a lot of people tend to do this and they make it about their fucking selves. And shout out to those
Yeah,
that
it's like I never understood that. Like, it doesn't have to be like them against the world. Like, really, it can be you have a whole network, which is what you should want because it's like, well, it should be what they want because it's like, um, that's literally what makes an artist is like their network.
yes, exactly. So we're about to wrap it up, but I want to let you know that I'm super proud of you. I don't
Thank
know
you.
you for like ever, but I do know you've been working your ass off. I've been seeing your postings of your showcases. Keep pushing yourself, keep reaching for your goals because it's important to know who you are as a person and as an artist. And I want you to understand that there's people watching and just keep pushing yourself. Don't stop, and whatever you guys
I
got
definitely
going
won't
on,
stop.
whatever you
I'm going to the top with my music.
Yes, there you go. See, I love to hear that. And I want you to understand that whatever you need in promotions, just hit me up, and I'm
Yep,
here.
definitely.
There's other radio stations that I know that I will give you as well, so you can get in tune with them. It's I'm gonna help you to help you. I don't do this for myself. I do this for others because, like I said, I know what it feels like to trying to get a name for yourself. And
Yeah, you're mad
sometimes,
genuine.
yes, and I don't want nothing for success. That's all I want. I want you to be able to say, "Hey, yo, Bossy V said I gotta keep going, so I'm gonna keep going," and that's
Hmm.
it.
Absolutely.
Okay? Yeah, it's been a
And I will keep
pleasure.
going.
Yes, please do. So whatever you got going on, just hit me up about it. Tag me, spam me. I don't mind you spam me. The only time I mind is when people spam me on fucking dumb shit, and I'm like, yo, I just told y'all musical shit, anything that pertains for you to reach your goals. Do tag me in it. I love to share. I love to support. And it's very genuine. I don't want nothing but success for you. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to
Yep,
get
no
to know
problem.
you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. And you
Yep,
enjoy the rest of
likewise.
your day. Okay.
All right, you too.
I'll see you soon.
See you.
Right. Yeah, that's a wrap. Shout out to Zeo, Thai Zeo. Follow him. He's on all social media platforms. Y'all get into with him. You want any music, hit him up. You know what to do. This is Bossy V. Remember, I always say, utilize your voice. And always, always remember that you are important as an artist and as a human being. Don't let nobody shut you out. Don't let nobody tell you any different because you are who you are for a reason. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.